This is the story of different Hulmes. Different stories, different voices. But at the heart, the place is home. Through all the changes, all the choices, terraced homes, then system built. Now the Hulme we see today. And through it all, the human stories. Now listen as we say.
Hulme for me is
Hulme to me.
Hulme for me.
Hulme for me.
Hulme for
Hulme
me
to me
was.
is.
When I remember my Hulme, my heart wants to sing. Shape the person I am. Thanks for so many things. I'll just close my eyes and transport myself back. I never moved, really. I could never do that. Children out playing till the streetlights came on, joking and laughing till the laughter was done. Those streetlights were our playground. We didn't need out else. We were rich in our friendship. It were never about self.
Hulme for me is skipping games, hopscotch, rally-o, 3-a-ball, up the wall, dominoes, alley-alley-o. First ciggy, first shandy, first nylons, oh joy. Hulme for me, first love, first heartbreak, oh Roy. In 55 at Cavendish Church, the Rose Queen I became. 2017 at Cavendish Church, a Rose Queen I remain. There'll never be another, 'cause the church they pulled it down. For that I'm always grateful, for I'll always wear the crown.
Hulme for me was struggling and juggling, a test. But keeping up appearances, you'd pawn your Sunday best. Then pawned again on Monday, just to get you through the week. Poorer than a church mouse, blessed are the meek.
Hulme for me was poverty. Hand-me-down clothes, no money for loaves. So little to eat, no shoes on our feet. Hulme for me was doing without. But Gran always managed to get her milk stout. No, Hulme for me wasn't great. When Holmes came down round 58, no pals or family left in Hulme, just emptiness and doom and gloom. And soon I found that all were gone, but none forgot where they came from.
Step by step, as the old slums are pulled down, we are going to build houses for families with children, as well as building flats for those who prefer.
Yes, the diggers came. They tore you down, tried to destroy you in one fell swoop. But what they didn't destroy when the dust had settled, my heart, my soul, my roots.
And let's not forget the Guardians, St George's, St Mary's, St Wills, that witnessed the great destruction until the land was quiet and still. No strangers to demolition, they'd seen it all before, but just waited for the laughter, the happy ever after, and the people to walk back through the doors. But let's not dwell on sadness or people scattered against their will, but welcome people with open arms to you once again, rebuilt.
It does, of course, mean factory-built houses, but factory-built houses can be just as good as production line cars.
Hulme for me was a brand new home, 2 toilets and dinette, a balcony, 3 bedrooms. How lucky could we get? Hulme for me was safe for play, green space with trees as well. The neighbours kept an eye on us, they'd tell our mums as well. Hulme for me was sheds for dens, old mattress, boxes, chairs, a bunch of kids, a secret place. We're fine, we're just downstairs.
Hulme for me is vibrancy, diversity and difference. Different smells and flavours out of every single kitchen. Different faiths and different faces, accents and traditions. Different bands and beats that blend to give the place its rhythm.
Hulme to me was football between Humberstone and Manby. The back grass was our hallowed ground until we're called for tea. 15 aside for hours on end, swarming where the ball runs. Goalie in or goalie out, be careful of the little ones.
You're shouting mams, get in now, all of you, time for tea! Dads, lost, in the pubs and very seldom seen.
Hulme to me is an illegal baccy on a rally chopper seat. It's Dettel stinging Gray's knees, having been knocked off my feet. By a rally grifter, a BMX. By Mikey on roller skates, bopping and grooving, funked up to some beat. Hulme to me is the smell of cut grass, damp walls and condensed window panes. It's white dog turds smeared on the streets in the sky. It's the smell of concrete sodden by rain. Hulme to me is drinking green Corona cream soda. It's buying a marathon from Jack's blue static mobile van. It's chips and curry. It's Sharesy on that chip balm. It's chicken from Sam Sam's. Hulme to me is the days we played football on the back grass. When we buried that pigeon, we crashed our bikes on the bullring path. When we slit our thumbs and swore that secret pact.
Hulme for me was sheltering beneath the ramps and stairs. The smell of wee was pungent. It reeked, but dry. Who cared? Hulme for me was socks for gloves, and dirty ones, not clean. We'd sit outside the wash house, the hot air vent a dream.
Hulme for me was crescent-shaped, a smile and then a frown. Pavements in the sky, they said, just like a little town. A bathtub full of flowers, recycling at its best, brightening up the walkway for neighbours and for guests.
Hulme for me was colourful, Charles Barry most of all. Going to the shops you'd see the mural on the wall. Hulme for me was carnival, excitement all around. The steel pans were my favourite part. I truly loved that sound. Yeah, Hulme for me was making friends, I still have to this day. Same best friend today as then. The change, my hair is grey.
Hulme to me is 352 Robert Adam Crescent, Manchester 15 5DG. Concrete, steel and glass, monolithic slabs, full of urban gladiators, afros and rastas, skins and punks, Bible bashers and drunks. It was an evolved social media. Our kid, it's on a need-to-know basis, so I'll find you and speak to you. Hulme to me, it's remembering Daryl, Dennis, Uncle Raffle. It's David, too young when he was taken away. It's remembering that cheeky, infectious smile and that song he would sing. Se wa mia se, me no wa me se. Just some of Hulme's conscripted angels whose light will never fade.
I loved my childhood roaming free, in the concrete playground that turned me into me. All of us who were there through that time have a shared understanding that no one can buy. A jar full of memories, some good and some bad, where friendships were sealed and where laughter was had. But Mum was sad for a very long time. It was hard for her to see the decline.
Hulme for me was house and home, keeping it all together. Robbing Peter, paying Paul, always never, never. No jobs back then, no cash around. The worry, never knowing. Keep it decent, bring your kids up, crying, but keep going.
Watching places all around you, closing, boarded, burning. Feeling trapped and slapped and crapped on. Which way am I turning? Feeling voiceless, choiceless, hopeless, helpless, hard up, lonely. Sirens, headlines, judgment, shame, frustration, and if only.
The landings, the walkways, the chutes, and the smell. The lifts that didn't work, but we played there as well. The buckets for the drips from the flats up above. The hardship, the hard times, the hard luck, the love. The cockroaches that scattered and invaded our shoes. Council that said all the families must move.
Yes, the roaches made me shudder till the council sprayed the block, and the parties kept me wide awake when they made the windows rock.
So gradually, through the 80s, there was trouble, there was crime. There was guns, there was gangs, there was grit, there was grime. But there was a talent here, a spirit here, a welcome for lost souls, who came flocking to the shocking, rotting blocks for rock and roll. And Manchester was famous for a scene that shook the world, and part of it, the heart of it, Hulme's where it unfurled.
Hulme to me, it give me hope. a home to call my own. It let me grow and be myself. I'd let my dreadlocks flow.
But Hulme for me leaves a bitter-sweet taste. A place I call home, but a place I worked hard to escape. Now they might call me brash and they might call me loud, but I'll always be Hulme and I'll always be proud.
But local people had their needs, but who would listen? Who indeed? What would I say? Would it sound daft? Maybe I'll keep quiet. They'd probably laugh.
But then voices rose above the silence, strength in words but never violence. They had to listen 'cause we were too strong, and we were right, and they were wrong.
They thought we'd take it lying down, but how they were mistaken. Local people, one by one, we started to awaken.
Hulme tenants in alliance slowly struggled to be heard. Different voices, difficult choices, a weekly war of words.
I myself, I'm always trying to bring people along. We've had tenants associations, we've had them called tenant societies, we've had them called repairs committees. You've got to keep one or two voices going in every area, and we've got to muster them all together.
Yes, it took a huge uprising here for us to claim our space. Another Hulme, a better Hulme, a place where we feel safe. So many hours, so many names, so many revolutions. So let's remember ordinary people's extraordinary contributions.
Maureen Moonsame, Maureen Mann, the vision and the unity. Sally Casey, Mary France, the courage, the community. Angela Simpson and many more, never stopping, never. Bridget Saltar, Faye Selvin, and the agencies came together.
It was never about a postcode, a place to be shamed or be feared. It was never about where we were raised. It was always how we were reared.
And we praise all those mammies raising families in Hulme, who held it all together through hardship and ruin.
We acknowledge their existence, their persistence in ensuring our legacy. They stood proud, generations of dreams that came into play. The depth of our parents' love takes your breath away.
Hulme to me is humanity. It's an embodiment of Manchester's rich tapestry. So let us venerate those urban voices. So let us bear witness to their soulful stories. Past, present and future history. You will never break this community. So from these streets, these humble homes, rose doctors and musicians, artists, lawyers, teachers, dancers, poets, politicians, dentists, actors, nurses, singers, barristers and writers, history makers, planet shakers, Hulme kids, always fighters.
So my Hulme may have come and gone, but proud young people will carry it on and tell the world where they came from and make sure Hulme will still live on.
Hulme to me is history. It's totally amazing. A torch of truth inspires our youth and sets our young hearts blazing.
Practices for local youth I go to nights a week. Football, dodgeball, skipping games and also hide and seek. We're sad about the Eddy though, it's where we used to play. On swings and slides and zip wire, it's gone, I'm sad to say.
Hulme to me is my primary school, St Philip's C of E. Arts and creativity can lead me to my destiny.
Hulme to me should be a place of beauty filled with flowers, where we can play upon the park with friends for hours and hours.
I want Hulme to be the place where you can get a good education, gain your knowledge and go to college. Show determination.
Hulme to me is my family fun days at Aquarius. Water fights outside my nan's were quite hilarious. Listening to the stories my dad told of his youth, of dangling off the balconies and playing on the roof.
Saturdays spent in Asda, we're always there for hours. Nana just knows everyone, she's got super talking powers.
Hulme is where the humour is, it's smiling friendly faces. Share a joke with different folk of many different races.
The stories gathered from our school in St Wilfrid's World will go. So now the locals know our news reports we're proud to show.
We miss Hulme Library, now it's gone, we'd head there after school. We read the books and learn new stuff, to us it was so cool.
Thanks to those who've gone before, some of whom are here no more. They changed Hume's fate, that's for sure. Now our future is secure.
Hulme to me is family, it's all of us together. I love my community, Hulme in our hearts forever.
So many different voices, different accents, different tones. So many inspiring stories of the Hulme we've all called home.
So now we know it's our turn to speak up, to believe,
To have strength,
To have hope,
to have unity,
To have love,
to achieve.
Come down, sea charge. Original steppers. All the people live in the place, no